Hi, I'm Pete Gallivan, and welcome to News to Celebrate. This week, we are highlighting the golden anniversary of Buffalo's other pro hockey team, and the LA Clippers pay tribute to the Buffalo Braves. Plus, we honor the courage and sacrifice of the men and women who proudly served our country.
There weren't a lot of female company commanders at that time.
Roseanne Nawadley Pagan was never one to fit in the mold.
They had goals for us years ago. I'm 75 years old, and the goal was, to get married, to be a nurse, teacher, secretary, and to get married.
In a time when expectations for women were set in stone, Roseanne wrote her own story.
I went into the 206 MP unit at Kinetic Street Armory, and I wanted to go full-time in the Air Force. My dad was in World War II, and he was a major in the Air Force, but I was too old. So I decided I went to officer school. I became the training officer for the 277 Quartermaster in Niagara Falls.
Her call to serve came after the Vietnam War, a call that was too loud to ignore.
A lot of your friends are going away, and some of my friends didn't come back. So that was, and that's what you watched on TV all the time.
So you watched this war play out a little bit on TV.
Oh, yes.
And you saw some of your friends not come back. That didn't deter you from joining the service?
No, sometimes that makes you want to.
But that call didn't come without its challenges.
You never said to that drill sergeant, I can't do this. Oh, yes, you can.
Did you think it?
Oh, yes, you can. Oh, yeah. And then I put myself through it again because I went to officer school. So you go through the same, some of the same training and that. So you're like, and I did this because?
So you question yourself, right, sometimes?
I'm running again,
And decades after hanging up the uniform,
there were applications out there. And I thought, oh, I'm going to do this.
She got the call, the opportunity to be part of the first ever all-women's Buffalo Niagara Honor Flight.
I cried. I cried almost 2 days.
You're part of a trailblazing class of women. Does that ever weigh on you? Do you ever think about, how many doors you opened for these women serving now?
I never gave it a thought. I was just trying to get through it myself. But as I get older, or, like this, and I have had other soldiers, and people have said thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot.
And her message to the women walking through those doors that she once opened.
Make us proud. One of the things is, and if you have a dream, do it. And if you ever want to do something, do it.
After serving a mission in Africa for 9 months, dozens of soldiers are back here in Western New York on this Veterans Day, reuniting with their families. Soldiers of the New York Army National Guard's Buffalo-based 152 Engineer Support Company are embracing their families. They touched down near the Buffalo Niagara International Airport after noon on Veterans Day. These soldiers have been serving in the Horn of Africa for 9 months as part of Combined Task Force. It's this kind of moment, soldiers and families alike tell us, is so special after all those months away. But on this Veterans Day, they're taking time to reflect and honor.
It's so special. I mean, everything that we do is community and family oriented. Kind of seeing that come to fruition just adds to the special nature of the day, being a welcome home, but also Veterans Day, but also as a culminating event to this long journey.
It's bittersweet. It's a relief to have him home right before the holidays, so we're excited to have him home finally, huh?
While overseas, they completed around 200 construction projects, including aid stations and personnel bunkers. And after that important mission in Africa, now they're on to another mission, spending time with their families, some soldiers even being home for the holidays. on your side in Buffalo. Courtney Courtwright, Channel 2 News. Scott and Mary Alice, some players were here at the Buffalo VA showing their appreciation and saying thank you to the men and women who've served our country. Several of them making their way through the VA, at times going room to room to meet with those veterans. They were signing autographs, and they even brought them special gifts. It was a bag full of them. And some veterans say the visit is exciting and it means the world to them. But for these players, they say it's a small way, because thank you could never be enough, right? To give back to those who have given just so much to us.
Man, it's just, I'm over the world. I'm over the moon. Best Veterans Day ever. Thank God for being a vet.
Coming out here and spending an hour or so with these guys is easy to do. They spent their whole lives, or majority of it, serving our country. The most selfless act I think anybody can do. Yeah, it means a lot to come down here and shake hands with them, see them.
And at one point, some of these players even took their jerseys off. You should be seeing that right now, and gave them to the veterans and even signed them for them. So that was a pretty cool moment over there. Now, coming up at 6, we're actually going to take you to a heartwarming and special reunion near the Buffalo International Airport. Soldiers coming home on this Veterans Day. That's coming up on your news at 6. Live and on your side in Buffalo, Courtney Courtwright, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Courtney. And in West Seneca, the community honored local heroes at the 53rd annual Veterans Day ceremony. This was held at the Walkway of Freedom in the West Seneca Veterans Memorial Park. Retired Air Force Colonel Robert Pecoraro was the speaker during today's ceremony and tells us that he wanted to give a call to action to fellow veterans.
For all veterans, to show what worth they pay in their communities today. And as you saw from my talk, the veterans contribute a great deal of leadership and teamwork in communities that they serve in today. And we want them to serve more and do more for what they have the capability of doing.
And Congressman Tim Kennedy also spoke during today's ceremony.
Today, the Erie County American Legion decorated thousands of veteran flags with veterans' graves with American flags at the Forest Lawn Cemetery Field of Valor. Members of the community were invited to join in on the decorating, along with local JROTC schools and scouts.
It's a way to give back and to recognize those who make the sacrifice and who give up a lot. You know, veterans miss a lot of holidays, ceremonies with their kids, time with their kids, away from their families, and you know, Veterans Day makes them feel recognized and heard.
The event was followed by a ceremony at the American Legion Monument.
For Fred Hunt Jr., stepping through these doors was like stepping into a time machine.
Wow,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like 50 years.
All right. This unassuming building in North Tonawanda is now a community outreach center as well as a bus garage for the NT schools. But a half a century ago, it was the home of professional hockey and the Buffalo Norsemen of the North American Hockey League.
Well, everybody was excited, you know, a second professional team in Buffalo, and you know, Buffalo's a hot hockey town, and we really felt wanted here. It was fun to play here. It was. The fans were a little rowdy, and it was great.
This rare film of the Norsemen in action shows a packed house as they played an exhibition game in September of 1975 against the Sabres rookies. Mike Bellani was a reporter for the Tonawanda News at the time.
I was 20 years old, had just gotten out of college, and I had a full-time job at the Tonawanda News where I had worked during high school covering high school sports. And all of a sudden, the Buffalo Norsemen came to town, and it was big news, and we covered it like a big league team.
And now the story is getting new legs on the NT History blog from its founder, Dennis Reed Jr.
I grew up right around here. I grew up a slap shot, I guess you might say, away over on the avenues. And I never knew this building and this complex had hockey in it. I was a big hockey fan. I found out later. I thought, wow, what a great story.
Hollywood thought so, too. The North American Hockey League was the inspiration for the movie Slapshot, and several Norseman-related events found their way into the film, including a major brawl and a scene that Freddie Hunt Jr. remembers distinctly.
And I took a slap shot from outside the blue line, and he deflected it, and it went over into the stands above the organ player, hit the clock, and the clock came off the wall and came down on the organ player. And the Slapshot movie stole that. Instead of the clock, they just had him getting hit with a puck.
And he says that while the movie was a comedy, it really captured the spirit of minor league hockey in the early 70s.
That's old-time hockey, and that's how the leagues were. I mean, the minor leagues, like I played in Dayton, Ohio, and it was the same way. It was rough and tumble leagues. I mean, you earned your keep there.
The Los Angeles Clippers are unveiling their new Nike NBA City Edition uniforms, and they pay homage to Western New York. Take a look at this. It's a callback to the days of the Buffalo Braves. In 1970, Buffalo had its own professional basketball team defined by bold orange, black, and white colors. The franchise played here before moving to San Diego and now LA. The Clippers will wear these uniforms tomorrow against the Nuggets.
I think most Western New Yorkers know, or you do now, this year is the bicentennial of the opening of the Erie Canal, the historic wetting of the waters. But this is a museum, this is a center, an interactive gallery that's been open for a few years, as a matter of fact. This is the director, Ray Weigel. Okay, who runs this joint?
This is run by the Niagara History Center, the Niagara County Historical Society, actually.
This is a nice attraction to combine with an actual gander at the locks themselves, I think.
Yes, we're right across the parking lot from the locks.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are done here, we hope they have a better understanding of what they're going to see and why, and go over and take a look. Or sometimes people go over to see the locks and then come here, and now we can explain what it was they were seeing. And I should point out that also in this building, we have the City of Lockport Visitor Center, which is tremendously helpful to people when they're traveling, whether they're coming to see the Erie Canal or not.
This is also the centennial of something that was celebrating the centennial, the huge mural, the gorgeous thing, the first impression when people walk in.
Yeah, that was commissioned in the 1920s for the 100th anniversary of the canal, and that shows the grand opening procession flotilla starting to pass through Lockport on the way down to Albany, New York for the wetting of the waters.
Yeah, you see the Seneca Chief, the boat, you see, and I thought the man gesturing in the foreground was DeWitt Clinton, but it's not.
No, that's supposed to be Nathan Roberts. He was the canal engineer whose group came up with the solution for getting the canal up and down the Niagara Escarpment and through the escarpment to Lake Erie.
What a feat of engineering, especially the locks here.
It was amazing. It still does amaze people today.
It does still.
Yeah, even engineers are amazed.
What are the winter hours for this center?
We're open on Fridays and Saturdays from November through April from 10 to 3 each Friday and Saturday.
Excellent. And the website, the general website for the area or for the history centers?
Is Niagara History, all one word, .org.
Excellent. O-R-G. Thank you, Ray. NiagaraHistory.org is the website for this and other attractions relating to the Erie Canal and the history here in Niagara County. On your side in the city of Lockport, I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
And we are joined right now by Robbie Takak of the Goo Goo Dolls. And Robbie, what an exciting surprise announcement earlier this week for this show for Feed More that you guys will be doing next week at the Town Ballroom. How did this all come together?
Yeah, I was just at home and we were watching the news, and John gave me a call and said, you know, the food banks could really use some money right now. And so we made a couple quick calls to a couple promoter friends of ours in town and the food bank, and it came together really, really quick. Yeah, full rock and roll show. We haven't played a place that small in Buffalo in a long time, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, your last local performance was at KeyBank Center back in August. How will this be different for fans to get to see you in such an intimate setting who maybe haven't had that opportunity before?
Well, you know, I mean, we cut our teeth doing clubs exactly like the Town Ballroom. You know, Artie Kutchoff, the owner, is our old manager. He was our manager when we were kids. So, you know, it's just a great rock room, man. And, you know, we're excited to be able to play there. And we're even more excited to be able to help out the food bank. You know, things are a little bit crazy right now. It looks like we might be getting back on track again. But until then, you know, if a couple of guys can go up and make some rock music and help out, it seems like a no-brainer, really.
And of course, you still make your home here in Buffalo. And would you say that that's what keeps you so connected to the community, to be able to just be aware of the need and also to be able to give back with really a moment's notice?
Well, Buffalo's been amazing to us through the years. And yeah, I mean, I love it. My family's there. You know, my kid was born there chances are I'll be buried there, you know, so we love that place.
As the flakes were flying, the Jonas Brothers were in Buffalo before their concert eating wings. Take a look.
We're in Buffalo, New York. Sweater weather, winter weather, scarf, hat. We're about to have the best wings, allegedly, in the city. Says our driver. I believe him. Okay, Nick Jonas, correct? Here with Nick Jonas. We're at Gabriel's Gate. We're about to try allegedly the best wings in Buffalo. I can smell it. It's actually talk to Candy. I'm going for a traditional wing. What are you going for, Nick? A drumstick. Sorry, drumstick. How dare I? A little bit of the blue cheese. So I'm going blue. And let's get in there. I'm getting a hint of spiciness, I'm getting a hint of flavor, vinegar, pineapple. Is that the pineapple? No pineapple, but overall, 10 out of 10. Like literally, it's unbelievable. Shout out Gabriel, shout out to the staff, they're lovely. Some good wings there. Go Bill.
I love that video. That's Joe and Nick Jonas. So yeah, this was a couple hours after that. Then they hit the stage at KeyBank Center, but they made sure to sample some wings before that. So they posted this video from Gabriel's Gate in Allentown. Nick and Joe, you can see they were given good advice. They said, go to Gabriel's Gate, eat the blue cheese, and they gave the wings a 10 out of 10. Then their concert at KeyBank Center wrapped up with a packed crowd singing along to all the classics. What a great video.
Excitement for this premiere and parade has been ramping up since last month, when the Village announced plans for tonight's rally. Later this evening, the cast of the Bills' Hallmark movie will march down Main Street. The movie features several Bills players, including DeMar Hamlin and Dawson Knox, as well as head coach Sean McDermott. Some scenes were shot here in the Village of East Aurora, as well as at Highmark Stadium. Here's what some of the cast members had to say about tonight's movie premiere.
It was so odd to have as your acting partner a football player. I mean, I was a little starstruck, I have to say. I was athlete struck because, you know, I'm so admiring of what they do.
And what did they say about you guys, you know, to work
They
with
love
you?
acting.
I think it was all a pleasant set, you know. Everybody was good. Everybody wanted to be there. It was good.
That's right. One of the players asked me if I could recommend any acting teachers in New York. So I went, don't give up this job. I'm just telling you, you're really doing well here.
Bills fans are really excited to be here in East Aurora. A lot of them say part of what brought them here is their love of Hallmark movies. And they say they want to support the Bills players as well as the cast, celebrating their city. On your side in East Aurora, Chelsea Swift, Channel 2 News.
Finally today on Most Buffalo, it is almost time to lace up the skates. The Buffalo Waterfront just announced the full winter schedule for the ice at Canalside, which opens for the season next week. This year marks the rink's 12th season. There is a lot to look forward to. This is really a jam-packed schedule. Joining us in studio is the general manager with the Buffalo Waterfront, Lauren Ford. Thanks for being here, Lauren.
Thank you.
So what day is opening day, and just tell us everything about what's planned for opening day.
Our opening day is November 21st. We'll be open all day starting at 11 o'clock, but then our real festivities kick off around 5 o'clock. We'll have live music, we'll have giveaways, we'll have a tree lighting and a site lighting, and it'll commence with fireworks also.
And just as soon as you announced that the ice was opening, the winter weather arrived, so that worked out well.
It did work out in our favor right now. We're starting to build ice as we speak, and we're excited to make all the festivities happen this year.
And what is the construction like? And, you know, I'm sure it's kind of like we'll have to really kind of be watching the weather next week, right, to make sure that it can open on time.
Yeah, we are looking at the long-range forecast, and we're looking good for now. Any weather updates will always be posted on our website and on our social media, but right now we're excited to be making ice all week this week and then doing our final preparations in anticipation of next week.
Yeah, so again, that's the opening weekend. Anything else that weekend that people should know about, that first weekend?
Yeah, that's Saturday. We're working with the Hallmark movie to do a little celebration for the announcement and the debut of that movie. And then on Sunday, we're actually partnering with Shays for Wicked, and we're doing a special promotions around Wicked that day. So something for everybody. If Bills fans come out, and then if you're a Shays ticket fan holder, we encourage you to come out on Sunday too.
Both awesome. That worked out so great that those things were both happening at the same time. And what should people, can they get tickets or can they rent their skates from now? Like, what should people know if they do want to come skate?
Yeah, all the information is available on our website, buffalowaterfront.com, but we are running a pre-sale right now. It's 20% off all pre-reservations, so you can get your igloos, curling, group reservations all at 20% off right now, so we really encourage that before the season starts. You can also pre-buy tickets online
If you don't want to do that, you can come day of, walk-up sales. We have a warm pavilion that you can come rent skates. We have skate aid walkers for people that might not be as comfortable on ice, and then lots of other ice activities if you don't want to skate. We have bumper cars. We have an ice train open every weekend, igloos, and curling.
And what about, you have a 2-year-old, I have a 1-year-old. What about for the real little ones? What can they do at the ice?
I think the ice train is really going to be a hit for them. It's a great way to experience the ice. And then we do run skate sizes down to a youth size 8, so we do try to accommodate little kids as much as possible. And we also work with Skate Great to do learn to skate programs to get people into the sport.
Oh, and when do those happen?
Those are on Saturdays, and you can sign up through Skate Great's website.
Okay. What are some of the other highlights of this season? You have a lot of different theme nights throughout the year.
Yeah, so every Friday pretty much we have a different theme, and then every Saturday we have a special event. Everything from Bandits Nights, Bill's Mafia Skates, we have a K-pop Demon Hunters for the kids, Pokemon Night, Swifty Night. So it really runs the gamut, and then we are also working with Shays on a Nutcracker Night and a promotion of Twas.
And what is it like on all these different theme nights? People come dressed up, there's the music and the atmosphere, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of them we have giveaways for best dressed, so look out for those, and we give out gift cards and things like that. And then we also host 2 silent disco nights. Those are always really popular, and tickets will be on sale shortly for those.
And just so people know, you do need a ticket to come skate.
Yes, it is a small admission fee, and then rentals. You can either bring your own skates or we have rentals on site.
And what will the general hours be once you're open for the season?
We're open Tuesday through Sunday. Tuesdays we're open for a lunch skate. Wednesdays and Thursdays we're open 4 to 8, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we run extended hours where we're open most of the day.
And what does it mean to have this be the 12th year? This has now just become such a winter staple in downtown Buffalo.
It's really special. I think this is one of the places that if you have out-of-town family, this is like where you're bringing them to celebrate the holidays. And speaking of that, we're also opening on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day for the first time this year. So if your celebrations are in the morning or you're waiting for dinner and you're looking for something fun to do with your family, we encourage you to come down to the ice and experience it with your family.
It really is a special place, and to think it drew crowds, drew people all throughout COVID, and it's just always been there throughout the summer or throughout the winter since you opened. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited to kind of reinvent ourselves every year and provide different ways that people can enjoy the area with their family. You can spend the day, you can go to Explore More, and then bring your family over to the ice afterwards. And we also have the option to do group and private rentals if you have a larger group that you're looking to accommodate.
And where can people go for all the information? Of course, there's so many different things to know about skating this year.
Yeah, the best place is our website, buffalowaterfront.com, but we also encourage you to follow us on social media, which is also Buffalo Waterfront.
All right.
November is Native American Heritage Month, time to celebrate the rich history and traditions of indigenous communities and to recognize the challenges they still face today. Western New York is home to the Seneca Nation, one of the 6 nations of what was the Iroquois Confederacy, now the Haudenosaunee. Members are encouraging everyone to learn more about their culture and support Native-owned businesses in their community.
It gives us a chance to show you what we do and just show you our people and show you all the things that we have going on. It is important to all of us. It supports all of our families. And, it's a greater scheme of things, and we get a chance to tell you our stories.
That's it for this week's News to Celebrate. Thanks for spending part of your weekend with us. Keep celebrating the good in our community, and we'll see you next time.